Cool. Not me?
You don't want to hide the unibrow, though.
All right. Start with my guy like
Trademark, man. You
You know what I'm
go.
saying?
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
The playoffs are raging on, and with only 4 teams left, the stars and their talents are starting to shine more than ever. And for the Los Angeles Lakers, they're very grateful to have Anthony Davis for not just performing, but coming through in the clutch like he did in Game 2. Getting him was a big deal to the Lakers because he is a big deal in the NBA, both figuratively and literally. But how much do you know about the big man who is making his presence felt? Allow us to show you 10 things you didn't know about Anthony Davis. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. The Davis Suite and the Bubble. Let's start with one that comes from the NBA bubble. In case you forgot, and we really hope you didn't, the NBA went to a sealed-off bubble in Walt Disney World to help ensure that their players didn't get sick via the pandemic going around, which meant that all the players and coaches and staff were in a single hotel room. In regards to each team, there were multiple hotels used. But for the Lakers, they apparently went to Anthony Davis' room a lot during their time there, and not for the reasons that you think. You see, apparently Davis is a tech guy, which you really wouldn't expect given his size. But hey, if you have a skill, why not use it? Especially when you're helping your teammates, right? The Lakers even hit up Davis's room to watch Versus battles featuring Snoop Dogg and DMX, as well as 2 Chainz and Rick Ross. LeBron James is a big Snoop Dogg fan and actually a big DMX fan. And so my room made sense, Davis told Yahoo Sports. It started with that, and then we just kept it going from there. Considering that they were apart from their families during this time, it was good to see Davis so accommodating. Number 9. Helping his high school while in the NBA. Davis's unlikely rise to basketball greatness took place at Perspectives Charter School in Chicago, which has an enrollment of about 200 and does not have a basketball court. Not the thing you're looking for when you're trying to be a great player, but you have to work with what you got, right? The team practiced at a church and a middle school cafeteria, but Davis remedied that situation as a 20-year-old going into his second NBA season. In partnership with Boost Mobile, Davis donated $65,000 to help his alma mater build a new court. Davis followed up by donating nearly 100 pair of Nike Air Audacities in 2015 to be used by the boys and girls hoops teams at PCS. We know that might seem like a small thing, but we've seen so many people go to the NBA and forget their roots for one reason or another. But not Davis. He appreciated his time there clearly and wanted to make sure that the next generation of students at least had a chance to play on a real basketball court. Number 8. Coming up big in the playoffs. In the playoffs for just the 3rd time in his career and his first time with the Los Angeles Lakers, Davis has performed when the stakes are highest. In his first playoff series in 2015, Davis averaged 31.5 points per game and 11 rebounds per game as the Pelicans were swept by Golden State. However, he also became the first player in 40 years to average at least 30 points and 10 rebounds in a player's first postseason series. In 13 postseason outings entering the 2020 playoffs, Davis averaged 40.8 MPG, 30.5 PPG, 12.7 RPG, 1.8 SPG, and 2.5 BPG while shooting 52.6%. And as we alluded to earlier, he's been coming up big for the Lakers, especially in the Eastern Conference Finals, where in Game 2 when the team was down, it was him that sunk a beautiful 3-pointer to seal the win. That's what the Lakers brought him in for, and he is not disappointing, which obviously is not just good for the team, but LeBron James, as now the Nuggets have to guard 2 major threats in the closing moments of a game. Not an easy thing to do. Number 7. How many nicknames does he have? Look, when you're in sports, you make an impact in one way or another. You're going to get a nickname, whether you like it or not. But when it comes to Anthony Davis, throughout his entire life, yeah, he's gone and had many nicknames put upon him for one reason or another. For example, growing up, his family nicknamed him Fat Baby, which is kind of mean to be honest, but apparently that's because he was honestly a really fat baby. That's still mean though. Then when he was in college playing for Kentucky, his coach John Calipari nicknamed him Spider-Man. Why? Because he had long limbs. Now that's not a good reason to call him Spider-Man, but hey, we digress. Then when he made it to the NBA, he got two nicknames, AD for his initials, and The Brow, because if Anthony does one thing other than play great basketball, it's rock the unibrow. So if you had to add them all up, that's 4 nicknames that he's had over the years of his life. Which one is his favorite? We honestly aren't sure. If we had to bet money, we'd say on AD though, because it's the simplest and just, well, makes the most sense. Number 6, breaking Wilt's record. One of the reasons that the Los Angeles Lakers wanted Anthony Davis on their team wasn't just because of his massive frame, but because they knew he could pour it on and score a lot. If you wanted proof of all this, all you needed to do was go to the 2017 NBA All-Star game, because in that game, he scored 52 points. In an All-Star game, and that's the game where honestly, not a lot of people try hard, but again, we digress. What's important about that record that he set though is that it was once owned by one of the greatest to ever play, Wilt Chamberlain. So yeah, you know he's good if he's breaking Wilt's records. Number 5, Kobe admired him. In 2012, Davis was a part of the gold medal Olympic team, and when he was with the team, he grew to be very close with the late Kobe Bryant, who had plenty of positive things to say about him. Anthony was just different because of his curiosity about the game itself, Bryant said, according to the Los Angeles Times. Davis has said that Serena Williams is his favorite tennis player, and interestingly, he soaked in a conversation between Bryant and the tennis star. I think he was there when me and Serena had a nice conversation about work ethic and competition, and how she processes competitiveness and rivals and all that, Bryant said per the Los Angeles Times. Sort of comparing notes, he was just sitting there watching. Davis also got a tattoo in honor of Bryant. Number 4, 2-time cover athlete. Despite not having an NBA title yet, Anthony Davis has gotten a lot of other honors in his years in the NBA. But one of the ones that he personally loves the most is when he got to be the cover athlete for NBA 2K, and then got to be the cover athlete again. It was 2K16 and 2K20 if you want to look it up. Anytime you're young, and especially as a basketball player, you want to be on the cover of 2K, Davis said. And for me to do it twice, it's a blessing. Just imagine what he'll say if he gets to do it 3 times. Number 3, business acumen. Like many NBA players, Davis knows he can't just rely on money from basketball, so he needs to diversify. He's partnered with Ruffles for his own lime and jalapeno potato chips, which Davis personally taste tested before the release. Davis also works with Beats Electronics, Nike, ExxonMobil, and First Entertainment Credit Union, with whom he teamed with to launch a financial literacy program. And yes, he is going to be in Space Jam 2. A movie we don't need because the first one was perfection, but again, for a 3rd time, we digress. Number 2, Chicago tough. Davis has a very high opinion of his hometown Chicago, calling it the Mecca of basketball, and saying that if you come through there, you know you're tough, and a fellow NBA player agrees with him. You've got to be really, really tough to make it out of there, Timberwolves forward Evan Turner told NBA.com. You hear about the pros, but there are so many people that didn't make it that are killing elsewhere that went on and became legends at certain universities or overseas. That type of toughness is second to none. When you feel you can make it in Chicago, you can play anywhere. Number 1, he wants to win above all else. While his career with the Lakers is booming, it's not where he started. He started with the Pelicans and had a decent run there, but in 2019 he won it out. Why? Because he knew they couldn't win a title, not even with him there. He could have taken a lot of money by staying, but for him, he wanted to win. He wanted to leave a legacy, and he couldn't do that there. Now he's with the Lakers, and he has a shot of getting that title. So, what did you think? What did you think of this look at Anthony Davis and the things you may not have known about him? Which of these facts do you think are the most fascinating? Which ones would you have not have guessed based on his frame or basketball skills? How big do you think he's going to be for the Lakers going forward both this year and next? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.